Hooble-doop, tiddly peeps. I'm Hubba, talking to you from Hoobland. And I'm about to send 4 of my favourite Hoobs down to Earth to find out all about you for my great Hoobapedia. Here they come! You know who the Hoobs are?
Iver!
Groove!
And Tula!
We're Hoobs, and they're ready to go.
Hey!
Now the wheels are turning, we can all get learning all the things we want to know.
Hey!
Hubba's in Hoobland, and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing, we keep the engine spinning. Hoop, hoop, hooray! The Hoobmobile is coming your way.
Oh, here we come!
Well, hey!
The Hoobs are here, so what do you say? Hoobs!
Ah, yes. There's nothing like nibbling on a hooby-goopy hooby bun to help me think of a question for Hoob News.
Hoobledoop, Iver. Hey, can I have a bite of your hooby bun? Go on, just a bite, just a tiny little bite.
No.
Oh, come on.
No. No, Groove, no.
Go on.
No, you can't.
Please. You're never going to eat the whole of that.
Oh, yes, I will.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will.
Iver! Groove!
I can't believe you ate the whole thing.
Neither can I.
Iver! Groove! Come quickly!
Coming. How could you do that?
Oh, I don't know. I wish I hadn't.
Iver! Groove!
We're here, Tula.
I have just made a big bowl of hoobly-groobly hoobypuffs. Eat.
No. I've just eaten a whole hooby-goopy hooby bun. I'll have mine later.
You can't. They need to be eaten now.
But why?
Why?
Because if you don't eat my hoobypuffs as soon as they're made, they go soggy. And there is nothing worse than a soggy hoobypuff. Isn't that right, Groove?
Huh? Oh, yes, absolutely, Tula. And luckily, I haven't just eaten a whole hooby-goopy hooby bun, so I can eat as many as I like. Now.
Oh, I would like some hooby puffs later.
Don't worry, Iver. There must be a way of saving some for you.
Yeah, but how can you keep your Hoobypuffs from going soggy so you can eat them later?
Hubba.
How can you keep your Hoobypuffs from going soggy so you can eat them later? Excellent question, Hoobs. There is nothing worse than a soggy Hoobypuff. Hoobs everywhere will want to know the answer to this one.
Could you email Roma and tell her that we're trying to find out about stopping things from going soggy?
Of course, Tula. Now, if your Hoobypuffs go soggy when they're kept in a bowl, perhaps there's something else you could keep them in. Let me see what I can find. Aha! Now, these are called envelopes, Hoobs. Peeps put things inside envelopes, you see. Perhaps Peeps put things inside envelopes to keep them from going soggy.
Maybe.
Perhaps if you put your Hoobypuffs inside an envelope, it would keep them from going soggy. Do you see? I think envelopes could very well prove to be the answer.
Now, an envelope full of Hoobypuffs would be a hooby-groovy thing to carry around, especially when I go out collecting.
I wonder, if Tula put her hooby puffs into an envelope, would they go soggy?
I think we should find out, Iver.
But how?
How?
Here's how. I found this in my collection of interesting things made of paper.
And I've just made some fresh Hoobypuffs.
Oh, well, let's the great hooby puff experiment begin!
Here we go. Fresh Hoobypuffs. Can you smell them? Right, just seal up the envelope. There we go. Right, imagine I'm out collecting. La 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 la, collect,
La, la, la.
collect. Oh, and I come over all hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, I've come over all hungry whilst out collecting. It's a good job I've got this envelope full of fresh Hoobypuffs with me. I'll just try some. Oh, fresh. Right, I'll save the rest till later. And, I can't do up the envelope now I've opened it. Oh, they're going to fall out all over the place now I'm collecting. Oh, there's really only one thing I can do.
What's that?
Eat them all now.
Hooble-doop, Hoobs. No luck with the envelope, eh?
No, Hubba.
Well, don't worry. I've been searching on HoobNet, and I found out that tiddly-peeps eat lots of crispy things that are just like Hoobypuffs.
I'll go and see how they keep them from going soggy.
And I'll drive, because all these Hoobypuffs have made me feel really hooby-zoomy. Go.
I'll go and make some more Hoobypuffs.
Seatbelts?
Yeah.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart,
They're fun, they know.
the Tiddly Peeps help us find things out. They give us clues,
They tell us news.
that's what they're all about. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart,
They're fun, they know.
the Tiddly Peeps, if we need to know who, what, where, why, when and how, we'll ask them, off we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun, they know.
Hooble-doop, tiddly peeps.
Look! Iver's here!
Want to do a hooby hello?
Yes!
Hooble-doop, hooble-doop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hooby galooby. What are all these herbaceous boxes?
Breakfast cereals!
Groove, Tula,
Yeah?
can you see these boxes? They're so bright and colourful.
Yeah.
And I love all the pictures on them.
Yeah.
What's inside?
Breakfast cereal!
Oh, yes, you just said that, didn't you? I was getting all excited about the boxes. So, what are breakfast cereals like then?
Lovely and crispy. Try some.
Well, they certainly look crispy. Well, they taste crispy too. These are nearly as good as Hoobypuffs. We've been looking for something to keep our Hoobypuffs in.
Well, you can have this box if you like, Iver.
Oh, thank you. Can you see this, Groove, Tula?
Yes.
I've got a Hoobacious box to keep our Hoobypuffs in. This could be the answer. You tiddly peeps are so kind. Can you guess what I'm going to do with this box now?
Test it out!
Yes, I'm going to put our Hoobypuffs in it to see if they stay fresh. Hooble toodle doo.
Hooble toodle doo!
I make the best Hoobypuffs ever.
Yeah, I hope Ivy gets back before they get soggy.
Hey, have a look at this box.
Oh, it's really colourful.
Do you know, Tula, I think whatever you put your Hoobypuffs in should have a picture of you on the front.
Iver, that is the most hoobly-groobly idea I have ever heard.
Yeah.
I shall draw a picture of me holding a Hoobypuff while you fill the box.
All right.
Come on, hurry up, Ivor.
I am.
I want to see if this box is the answer.
I know. I've nearly got them in. There you are.
Thank you.
And here is my picture to put on the box.
Tula, that picture's really Hoobacious.
But can you just...
Thanks, Iver. You don't think my nose is too big, do you?
Oh, no, it's
Look,
lovely.
would you please put the picture on the box so I can test out the Hoobypuffs?
All right. Yeah. Steady, Groove.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, they've gone all soggy?
I don't understand.
Wait a minute, Iver. The Tiddly Peeps breakfast cereals were in a bag inside the box.
Oh, well, maybe the bag made all the difference.
Oh, it's Roma. Ha, I bet she knows how to keep Hoobypuffs fresh.
Hooble-doop Hoobs.
Hooble-doop, Roma. Where are you?
Well, Iver, I'm in what peeps call a canning factory. And I'm surrounded by cans of all shapes and sizes.
Oh.
There are flat ones and tall ones, round ones and oblong ones, and teeny little weeny ones.
What's in them, Roma?
Well, that's the thing, Hoobs. All these cans are packed full of food.
What sort of food, Roma?
Oh, all sorts. You can put anything in a can. Fruit, vegetables, soup, whatever you like. I've got, mushy peas in this one.
What about Hoobypuffs?
Well, I'm not sure about Hoobypuffs, Tula, but I am sure about this. Once food is in a can, it stays fresh for a very long time. That's because cans are sealed.
Sealed? What does that mean?
It means, Iver, that no air can get in, no matter how hard it tries.
Oh, good.
Now, imagine my paw is the air. Let me in! Let me in! I'm coming to get you, little mushy peas! Oh, no, you're not! See? It can't get in! So, everything stays as fresh as it was the moment it was put in the can. Isn't that just hoobacious?
Yeah.
This is Roma Hoob, signing off to find out what's in all these other cans. Yum, yum, yum. Ha! Hooble-toodle-doo!
Hooble-toodle-doo! So that's why the Hoobypuffs went soggy, because air got into the box.
Right. Here's a fresh batch of Hoobypuffs to test out.
Thank you.
And here's a can to test them in.
Huh? Isn't that full of Hooby beans?
Not anymore.
There we go.
Right.
Oh, one more thing. Right, let's seal it up.
By the look of things, once you've opened a can, you can't really close it again.
Oh, well, never mind. I better eat those Hoobypuffs before they go soggy.
Hooble-doop Hoobs. Oh, those Hoobypuffs are really making my tummy rumble. I think I'll have to ask Auntie Hattie to make me a batch. But first, here's a story which might just give you the answer.
Mrs. Tilly's shop was full of jars. Jars of pickles, jars of fruit, jars of everything.
Everything.
But the jars that had the best job were the 4 that held the lovely, plump, spongy marshmallows. There was Jemima jar,
Jenny jar.
Johnny jar, and
Jimmy jar.
one day Mrs. Tilly told the jars that she was popping out for a while.
Now I want you all to behave yourselves. Stand up straight and keep your lids on.
And out she popped. But as soon as she closed the door, Jemima jar said,
Well, I'm not keeping my lid on. It's tight and uncomfortable.
and she shook it off. Then Jenny jar said,
I'm not keeping my silly little lid on. It makes my bottom look big.
and she shook hers off. I'm not wearing this sissy lid. Lids are just not the cool thing to wear. And he shook his lid off. But Jimmy Jar liked his lid, and he kept it on. Mrs. Tilly was gone all day. Suddenly, the jars heard a rattling at the door.
It's Mrs. Tilly.
Cried Jemima. Quick, on with our lids, yelled Johnny.
She'll never know we took them off.
Sniggered Jenny. But Mrs. Tilly wasn't silly.
I told you not to take your lids off, and you 3 have.
How did you know?
Said Jenny Jar.
Because all your marshmallows have shriveled up. That's what happens when the air gets to them. Look at Jimmy's. They're still nice and plump and bungy.
He must have kept his lid on. So tomorrow I'm going to fill you three with lumpy, sour pickles.
Oh no! Not pickles!
But Jimmy Jar will always be full of soft, sweet marshmallows.
Jimmy smiled. He was glad to have the best job in the shop.
That's it! A jar!
And I know just where I can find one.
Right, I have made some more Hoobypuffs and I have drawn another picture.
And I found a jar! It was in my collection of big see-through heavy things.
Oh, thanks, Groove. Now let's try putting the Hoobypuffs in.
Yeah, come on. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Oh, I'm sure this is going to work.
The jar is the star, as far as we can tell. There's no Hooby doubt, it keeps all the air out, and you can see inside as well. We ran out of hope for the envelope.
It would not keep a single Hoobypuff.
We tried using a can, we stood back hoping, but Hoobypuffs won't stay fresh once the can is open.
The jar is the star, as far as we can tell. There's no Hooby doubt, it keeps all the air out, and you can see inside as well.
The box from the Tiddly Peeps let the air in right enough.
And every little Hoobypuff tasted Hooby Duff. The jar,
Yes, the jar
is the star.
It's the star.
As far as we can tell. There's no Hooby doubt, it keeps all the air out, and you can see inside as well. The jar is the star, as far as we can tell, as far as we can tell.
So, let's just cross our fingers and hope we found the answer. Right, I'll now pick up the heavy jar full of... Oh,
And break it.
sorry. It slipped and... Oh, Hooby bother. I didn't mean to. One second it was there in my paw and the next...
Do you know, we're never going to get the answer for Hoob News.
Oh, Iver, this is all my fault. That was a real Hooby boo-boo.
Oh, I'm sorry, Groove, I'm sorry. Look, don't worry. I'll clear it up.
All right. Well, even if the jar did keep things fresh, it was too heavy.
And too breakable.
The jar is the star, as far as we can tell.
Don't give up, Hoobs. After all, answering questions takes time. I've got a feeling in my Twizzletuft that one more visit to the Tiddly Peeps might just do it.
Good idea, Hubba Hubba. Groove, why don't you go this time? It'll take your mind off breaking the jar. Iver can drive, and wonder what I'll do. Oh yes, make some more Hoobypuffs.
Come on, Groove.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart,
They're fun, they know.
the Tiddly Peeps help us find things out. They give us clues,
They tell us news.
that's what they're all about. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart,
They're fun, they know.
the Tiddly Peeps, if we need to know who, what, where, why, when and how, we'll ask them, off we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun, they know.
Who'll do Tiddly Peeps?
Little do, Groove.
Hey, what are these Hooby groovy things you're eating your lunch from?
Lunch boxes.
Lunch boxes? Why'd you keep your lunch in those?
Because they're airtight.
Airtight? Does that mean the air can't get in?
That's right.
Oh. And do they keep things really fresh?
Oh, yes. Fill my sandwich.
Hooby galooby. That's what I call fresh. Could be a bit flatter, though. What you need's a Hooby sandwich hammer.
Look, Groove, you can keep all kinds of things fresh in these boxes. Fruit, biscuit, cheese, cakes.
Hooby galooby. These lids fit so tightly that air could never get in. Tula, you should order some of these right away from HoobNet. We can put a picture of you right on the top.
Do you have anything you need to keep fresh, Groove?
Yeah, Hoobypuffs.
Well, these will definitely stop them from going soggy.
Hooby groovy. Because there's nothing worse than a soggy Hoobypuff.
Glad we could help, Groove.
Oh, yeah, you tiddly peeps really are clever. Thank you so much. I better get back to the Hoobmobile now, and I'll get Tula to send you some fresh Hoobypuffs just as soon as we've got one of these containers to keep them in.
Yes.
Hooble toodle do!
Hooble toodle do!
These boxes are just perfect.
Yes, and they're almost all filled with Hoobypuffs.
Oh, can I test them out, please?
Oh, yes, here you go.
Oh, yes, nothing like the sound of a fresh Hoobypuff.
And just in time for Hoob News. Come on.
Envelope, jar,
tin,
lots of things to put things in.
a box of sweets so scrummy and sweet,
A jar of jam that's good to eat.
A letter for someone down the street.
and a tin of beans. Let's rock to the beat, yeah.
Envelope, jar, tin, lots of things to put things in. Box, envelope, jar, tin, lots of things to put things in.
Well now, Hoobs, are you ready to give me your Hoob News for my Hoobopedia?
We're ready, Hubba.
Well, take it away, and be quick, because Auntie Hattie Hoob is making me some Hoobypuffs right now.
Hooble-doop whoop! To all you Hoobs out there, welcome to Hoob News, the new show for Hoobs everywhere. I'm Iver.
I'm Tula.
And I'm Groove.
And today we've been asking the question...
How can you keep your Hoobypuffs from going soggy so that you can eat them later? First, Hubba showed us pictures. Loads of envelopes. I found an envelope and tried it out. But once it was open, well, we couldn't do it up again.
So I went to see the Tiddly Peeps, and they gave me a cereal box to test out.
We tried putting the Hoobypuffs in the box, but they went soggy.
Then Roma told us that to keep things fresh, you need to seal them. This keeps the air out. She showed us some cans that do exactly that.
So I tried a can, but once you've opened a can, you can't seal it again, so that was no good.
So while I made some more Hoobypuffs, we heard a story about a jar called Jimmy.
I found a jar, but when I tested it, I found it was too heavy and too breakable.
There was only one thing left to do. Visit the Tiddly Peeps.
And as always, those clever Tiddly Peeps came up with the answer.
Lunch boxes! The lids of these boxes go on so tight that no air can get into the Hoobypuffs inside.
So they stay beautifully
Fresh!
Hooble-dooble-dooper. So it's thanks once again to Iver, Tula, Groove and Roma for giving Hoobs everywhere a little peep into the world of peeps. And remember, there is nothing worse than a soggy Hoobypuff. Hooble-toodle-doo!
Hooble-toodle-doo!
Right, now that we know our Hoobypuffs will stay fresh for ages, I'll put all the lunchboxes away. Move!
These boxes really do work, Tula.
Well, there's only one thing to do now, Tula.
What?
Make some more Hoobypuffs.
Hubba's in Hoobland, and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing, we keep the engine spinning. Hoop, hoop, hooray! The Hoobmobile is coming your way.
Oh, here we come.
Well, hey,